Hello, one and all, and welcome to Backyard Sports Center. We're presenting today the championship of the Backyard Football Online Highland League between Route 66 and Whiffspree here on Championship Sunday. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Say Stafe. I'm your commentator for today. If you're following the NFL action, we're seeing the Eagles punching their ticket to the Super Bowl. That game finishing up as we speak. We'll be wondering, as we watch this game, whether the 49ers, led by Route 66, number 4 seed in this tournament, who, with a stunning 2-0 upset, punched their ticket to the Highland League Championship. They're playing against the Whiffspree's Bombers in this one. Have a 6-2 season, including playoffs, 4-1 during the regular season, a lot of close games, a lot of victories, and a 2-1 victory in that first round of the playoffs sealed their chance here in the championship. It's an exciting matchup. You can see the matchup of players on the left and right hand side of your screen. Busy day of sports. A lot of NFL action. Here, the Highland Championship, as well as a tournament coming up right after this. I don't believe that at least any first rounds of that tournament will be streamed on this channel. But an online tournament starting for backyard baseball later on tonight. It's a big day for sports, big day for backyard sports. And thank you all for being here, viewing, and being a part of it. As we see the view here from Route 66's 49ers. Setting up the offense, setting up the defense, setting up the kicking. It's a team led by Jerry Rice. Obviously, his reputation precedes him. He's one of the best receivers in this game. But Lisa Crockett and Stephanie Morgan, also very, very talented players on that team. Going up against the Bombers, Whiffspree, Keisha Phillips is a dominant force, and we'll have to see how Whiffspree utilizes her in that scheme for the Bombers. It's a well-rounded team, some strength players with Keisha and Ashley, as well as great talent, great catching ability of Vicky and Reese and Annie Frazier, who is all around a great possession receiver and pretty good strength, a good kicker all around. Looks like Reese is going to be that kicker, though. As we get underway, Reese kicks it long, and Jerry Rice on the return. Like I mentioned, the 49ers, they went 2-3 in the regular season, just barely snuck into the playoffs, but a big 2-0 series victory over Nathan in the semifinals. A big part of that is their passing attack. As we see John Elway as a quarterback finds Lisa downfield right away. First play of the game, uncontested, 10 yards clear of the defense, and that is an easy touchdown. You saw them line up Lisa at a tight end position, went unguarded, uncontested off the line. Easy throw, easy touchdown, right out the gates. 49ers come out firing, and that's a wonderful play. Easy pass, but right on the money. Didn't have to slow down. As we see John Elway rolling right, looking for Stephanie Morgan for 2, and that is a nice throw and a nice conversion. Stephanie Morgan utilizing the strength, knowing that she's going to break through that body block, and could not ask for a better start here for the 49ers. As Amir starts to kick off. So, after those fireworks, we'll see the first look at how Whiffspree and the Bombers line up, how they orient their players. It's Billie Jean Blackwood at quarterback, Keisha Phillips at offensive line, and you see the deep receivers there as you look for the usually sure-handed Annie Frazier. Both Vicky and Reese on those two go routes right next to each other, hoping to set up a little screen there, but the pass isn't complete. Now the 49ers are solid defensively. They were generating a lot of turnovers in the semifinal round, as we see a pitch out to Vicky, who has a little bit of space, looking for the pass to Reese Worthington. It looked like it was a trick play, and it looked like it may have been open on maybe a comeback route. Jerry Rice was defending over the top. In any case, it's now 3rd and long. Billie Jean Blackwood rolling left. It's going to be that same play, and it's going to be that time with Stephanie Morgan in the coverage, blocked up and incomplete. So, 49ers, great start on offense, great start on defense. And we see the Bombers. Looks like they will punt. Punting is a difficult proposition in this game because of the bounces, and that'll often happen. Only a 17, maybe 16-yard net punt. It's unfortunate. Those bounces seem to go backwards more often than forwards, and it's hard to get a lot of good punt yardage. 49ers are in a good situation here. John Elway once again under center. Nice blocked run there. Utilizing the advantage with Stephanie blocking Vicky. Vicky's not going to be able to break through there. It's a 17-yard run on first down, and they can do really whatever they want on offense here. Maybe take a shot to the end zone, knowing they got 3 more downs to try to pick it up. That's what they're going to do. Is Jerry Rice wide open, and there he is. I said wide open. The pass was a little bit late, and Reese ended up almost catching up to it, but Jerry Rice is gonna make that play. Fantastic start. Fantastic first quarter here for the 49ers as they'll go for 2 once again. John Elway has lots of time. Nobody really rushing. Looking for Lisa Crockett. Finds her once again. 16-0. And he's got to start to wonder what type of adjustments Whipspree is going to make, both offensively and defensively. Defensively, you maybe got to try to get a little bit more pressure than that, rushing nobody. Find a way to make that decision time a little bit quicker. John Elway has been lighting it up. Back over to Billie Jean and the Bombers. It's running that same play again. Sort of an option for Vicky as well as Billie Jean there. It's a play that could go 3 different ways. You could have Billie Jean keep the ball. You could have Vicky run it, or you could have Vicky square up and pass it. They're running the same thing on the other side. Vicky does not have anywhere to go, and this play has not been successful on any of the, I want to say 5 times now that it's been run. Well blocked up. As now we see the Bombers switch it up. Running trips to the left. Billy rolls right. Has the opening. It was a dangerous pass. Lisa was right there. But it is completed to Vicky. Great receiver who can make those catches more often than not. 4th and short. And it's early going, but yeah, you got to go for it here if you're Whipspree. It's that pitch out to the left again. Vicky, it's the 6th time that play has been run. I think it's netted negative 5 yards or so. It's been a lot of 0, and that one was a loss of yardage, and they turn it over. So we're looking at a potential blowout in game 1 here. It's looking that way so far. For anybody watching NFL action today, I guess we're still overlapping the Eagles-Commanders game, which has turned into a blowout. Impressive performance by that Eagles offense, by Saquon Barkley, by that Eagles defense, turning over the ball. Bombers defense hoping to force a stop here. Keisha trying to make some pressure. It almost starts to work, but Jerry breaks through, and it's a 3rd touchdown for Jerry Rice and these 49ers. Now this is a 3-game series, and I see you question monkey. Stream title is still BBOL. I don't know that I actually have the ability to change that. Unfortunately, I apologize for the inconsistency. Yeah, tough loss for the Commanders, though. They'll be back, though. They've got the young quarterback on their rookie contract. Jaden Daniels still looked pretty fantastic in that game. They've got a lot of money to spend in free agency as well, and they're going to be a popular destination. I think the future is still looking mighty, mighty good for the Commanders. Although losing in the conference championship stings pretty bad. Here's Vicky on a different run. We're up the middle. Still trying to make that offense work. Nearly finds Reese there, but can't quite get it to him. As we see second down. This would be the time if the Bombers really want to have any chance at getting back into game 1 of this 3-game series. This drive is going to be big. As Billie Jean rolls left. Finds Annie Frazier. Left side. Can't break that tackle, and it will be third down. We have trips right again. Billie Jean. There's a screen to the right if she wants it. She gets Vicky, but develops too slowly, and Ernie Steele is all over it with that tackle. It's fourth down. And we expect another fourth down attempt here. Not only do they need to get this fourth down, but they've got 11 seconds to get another 65 yards. So this is do or die. And that is Vicky Kawaguchi coming away with it, but dropping the ball. And that is killer. That is killer. Vicky, not the surest hands as a runner, the way she is as a receiver. Is the 49ers. We'll see if they make another attempt at the end zone before halftime or not. It looks like, and he could have had Lisa Crockett there, was too focused on Jerry Rice, and that ball falls harmlessly incomplete. And it's halftime of this game.
It looks like Amir is going to take the kick. Vicky back to receive. Lets it drop. Annie has got it. Dragged down.
Good return for Annie. Although it does start to feel a little bit like the rest of this game for the Bombers needs to be about finding something that will work on offense. Whether or not it gets you back into this game, you need to find something that's going to work in games 2 and 3 if you want to come back in this. And that is maybe something that'll work a little bit better, finding Annie Frazier completely free. It's tough to guard those running back passes if that's what that was. I guess it wasn't. That was more the inside. It was the receiver, Vicky's our running back. But in any case, tough to guard players who are not in the outside receiver position in this game. Requires more of the vision, more of the manual adjustments on the defensive side. And it's a talented defensive side for the 49ers, but you can still miss those as Reese knocks in the extra point. We've got some life out of the Bombers. They need to do that. They need to figure out that, maybe some change-ups to that, maybe reinvent the game plan a little bit before game 2. Has to be the focus right now, as Jerry Rice takes it to the 32. And for the 49ers, they'll try to, I suppose, just not really turn over the ball is all you have to focus on at this point. John Elway at quarterback. It's a run play for Jerry Rice. Now, when you're playing ball control, playing for the time of possession, playing to run out the clock in this game, your instinct may be to do run plays, but run plays don't generally take that much time off the clock, and the clock does not continue to run like it would in a traditional football game. So you wonder if they're going to keep that or not, as Lisa Crockett with an unfortunate drop there. Pass plays do tend to take more time off the clock in this game. John Elway on the left side, wide open mismatch against Ashley Weber. Ashley is a very good defensive player, but just doesn't have the speed to keep up. It's a nice read, it's a perfect pass, and it is a touchdown. That's the execution that we've been seeing from Route 66 all playoffs, as Jerry continues to write his name in the record book. On this 2-point conversion, it looks like Keisha's trying to shadow Jerry, but Jerry is, yeah, continuing to not be covered. Hard to knock him down on the line when he's running that route. Running straight to the side first instead of running up the field first. And I guess just the defense lost track of him. It's 30-7. Fantastic start here for Route 66.
The Bombers have it at the 20. Annie goes a high
Annie Frazier with a nice explosive play there, pass over 20 yards.
on the Bombers.
It's good to see, even as the score of this game, you know, starts to lose its relevance, starts to look out of hand. Is another great pass. It was a little bit of not stream lag, but lag in the game there made it difficult to see if Reese had caught that, but the pass looked very good. And that is a touchdown for Reese Worthington. Perhaps too little too late, but it's good to see going forward as we head into the fourth quarter after this 2-point conversion attempt, or possibly we'll just see an extra point here.
It's up and it's good.
Nice snap, nice hold, nice kick, easy as pie.
Reese will be starting it off.
So as I mentioned at the top of this broadcast, we'll be seeing a backyard baseball tournament later today. Off-season tournament, 16 players, single elimination tournament. That begins in just over a half an hour here. It'll probably pretty close following the end of this broadcast. As the backyard baseball season nearly over, we've seen the championship games be played in 3 out of the 4 leagues. Only the junior league remains. We'll see a lot of new players in that tournament. We'll see a lot of experienced high-level players as well. Be nice to see that going as Annie Frazier catches another touchdown pass here. And as I've sort of changed the subject and sort of attempted to talk about something else, thinking this game is over, the Bombers can get back into this with a 2-point conversion here. That's on me as a broadcaster, I guess. Billie Jean Blackwood with another great pass. And Vicky unable to get to the end zone there, so I guess it was all right.
Will kick off. Jerry back to receive. I hit him and they go down.
You have to wonder a little bit if it was nerves at the beginning of the game here for Riff Spree. Uncharacteristic. You can check out the scores from the entire season. It was only close games, even in the one loss, which I believe was to Nathan. It was a lot of close scoring games. It was a 1-possession loss and a lot of 1-possession wins. It's unusual to see these big leads, and now it'll be a 3-possession lead with 20 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. And that 22-0 start, I mean, maybe just the fact that it's a championship game sort of affected Whispering in this one. We'll see if the team is able to settle in a little bit more in game 2. But with 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, we'll probably see this last possession, and we'll be on to game 2. Oh, and that... it's just been that kind of game. Stephanie Morgan on another Vicky Kawaguchi fumble. Puts it home. And this one is the kind of score that you don't feel good about having to post. Extra point makes it 44. A 24-point lead, nearing a 24-point victory for the 49ers. who have been really a fantastic story in this playoffs. We've seen Route 66 as active as anyone, practicing, getting in the scrims in the lead up to these games, making a big turnaround from their 2-3 performance in the regular season to a 2-0 sweep and now a Game 1 victory here in the championship. In the playoffs, as 1 second is left, it will take off the clock, and Billie Jean will take a sack, and that will be the end of Game 1 as the 49ers take it and are 1 game away now from the Highland League Championship in what's been a fantastic competitive season in that league. And we are on to Game 2. As says the text, I guess, that you're seeing at the bottom of the screen.
Hello? Hi. Sure, I'll play.
And there we go. The Chiron is updated. So if this game goes the 49ers' way, this will be the end of the season here. A hard-fought season in the Highland League. If the Bombers win, it'll be a winner-take-all Game 3. The Bombers have to ask themselves some tough questions after this one. I want to see how they respond on defense, whether they can adjust and get better coverage on Jerry and Lisa, whether they can have Keisha affect the game at all. She was pretty silent in that first one. For the 49ers, it's about continuing to execute, continuing to make those plays on defense, continuing to target Vicky when she has the ball after those fumbles. Reese as well as a player who has been known to fumble when I play with them, at least. We'll see whether Whiffspree can adjust for that as well. Maybe get out of bounds a little bit earlier on some of those plays. Maybe have some of those possessions not be wasted on those turnovers. Don't know if we'll see any adjustments in terms of personnel, or whether we'll continue to see this game with Billie Jean Blackwood at quarterback, with the defense organized the way that it was. Whispy certainly taking a little bit longer than Route 66 was in the preparation screen, but we're ready to go.
It looks like Amir is going to take the kick. Vicky to receive it.
So the Bombers will get the ball first, meaning the 49ers will get it at the start of the second half. That's always important in terms of timing up your scores, in terms of controlling how much time you leave for the other team on the clock in just 2 minutes of regulation time. That's something you could start thinking about really at the beginning of the half, right away, as Billie Jean has a wide open Annie Frazier. Once again, Annie has been the answer. Annie has been the answer for this Bombers team as they jump out to the first place score, just like the 49ers did in the past game. Annie has been the answer for this offense. She's truly an underrated player in this game. If the 49ers try to take away Vicky and Reese, the more traditional wide receiving threats, Annie has enough speed to get it done. And she she's great at contested catches. She's great at coming down with the ball when there's people around her in space. And when there's no one around her, she's got enough speed to get it all the way to the house as Jerry takes a touchback. Yes, T-minus 30 minutes, as I'm seeing in the chat. That is for the Backyard Baseball Tournament. A lot of people are very excited for that. A lot of new players getting their first competitive online action.
Long drop. John.
Jerry Rice.
He goes a hard stepping down.
And it looks like we're going to have back-to-back first-place scores for both offenses. Another perfect pass right on the money in stride to Jerry Rice. Just enough space. He wasn't wide open, but he was open. Route 66 trusting that placement on that pass is a really high level play. And unlike Whiffspree, I guess just like Whiffspree, we'll see the extra point rather than a 2-point conversion attempt here. It is a 7-7 game. 2 quick scores. Only 38 seconds elapsed. As the 49ers kick off again. Yeah, beats by Dwight. CRK is a challenge to play against for sure. One of the semifinalists in the Humongous League, the top flight of backyard baseball online this season. An experienced player, I believe, in the RBBL circuit as well. As Annie Frazier just bulldozes Stephanie Morgan. That is a tough one. Stephanie is one of the best defenders at that blocking, at holding a player back. But Whispy trusting the wide receiver there, Annie. A fantastic play there. I don't know the odds on that one off the top of my head, what the stats are going up against each other between Annie and Stephanie. But Annie has been the answer. I asked halfway through this first game how the Bombers were going to adjust, and that's how they've adjusted. 14-7, 3 scores, 3 long touchdowns in the first quarter, as this one is going to be a shootout. It's looking like at this point. Ball goes out of the end zone, and we'll start the second. '49ers looks like they're going to operate out of another bunch formation, the way they like to do. It's a good way to get receivers starting to get lost. You don't get your traditional corners lined up on the players you'd like. That's a dangerous pass there with the way that Vicky was oriented when Stephanie, or when John released the ball for Stephanie there. But knowing, I guess, that Vicky was not the user-controlled player there, and understanding the way she would bite on that one, releases it. And you've got another one-play touchdown drive. This has been absolutely insane offensive performances thus far. Amir for the extra point. Knocks it through. Tie ball game.
Nice snap, nice hold, nice kick. Easy as pie.
From the 40, Amir.
Easy as pie indeed. Amir kicks off.
They're going to let this one bounce.
And this is the kind of spot in the game where you start to worry about, maybe we don't want to play for this first play drive. Maybe we want to play to take as much time off the clock before we score as possible, especially in the game, the kind of game that we have today, right here, where it seems like these offenses can do whatever they want. They're scoring almost at will. So do you want to pace yourself a little bit? As we got an out route coming across. Reese Worthington, 19 yards. Takes a little bit of time off the clock. Not giving him the first down, but it's a good chunk play right there.
I got this guy. I got this kid.
We see that play, that pitch pass, that triple option, however you want to call it. Vicky finds Annie there, sort of posting up in the defense, having the angle. That's another big play. This time it's going to be Vicky again, and this time she takes off and runs with it. And now that the 49ers have been forced to adjust, we saw that play not be successful in the first half of the game, in the first game of the series, excuse me. But it has been successful on this drive, although Lisa has adjusted back to it. Now that they've been able to show that they can do something else, they've been able to get a traditional pass game going, that more trick play has started to be successful. And here's the traditional pass game, and here's Reese Worthington down to the 1 yard line. Nearly a touchdown, but that is a good matchup against John on the defense there. Reese comes down with it. Pitch play. Vicky. Pass. Reese. Touchdown on the comeback. Great execution there. No hesitation. And that is a very, very nice play for the touchdown. Reese Worthington. And the Bombers take a 20-14 lead, pending the extra point. It's exactly what you wanted to see on that drive. Ball control, clock control. 15 seconds, not a lot of time for the 49ers to try to tie it up before the half.
Picture perfect kick, Sonny.
And it looks like we've got a timeout. Whiffsbury wants to change something up. Hard to know exactly what. Potentially making some defensive adjustments to try to limit the long passing game.
It looks like Reese is going to
Reese now ready to kick off.
receive the kick.
As that ball bounces into the end zone, that's going to take a lot of the clock up. Jerry's going to go back to the back of the end zone. And 7 seconds remain.
The 49ers will start in good field position.
So it's Vicky. And it's Annie Fraser on the back end as Jerry Rice uncovers himself and goes for a long touchdown after all of that, after the adjustments made, after switching to that unorthodox defense that we saw there from the Bombers. They're still unable to handle that play, that route combination. You gotta take out Jerry Rice first. You gotta know where he's going. You gotta put someone on him before anything else. As Jerry Rice now gets the 2-point conversion before halftime, and all of a sudden, what looked like a Bombers lead going into the half is now a 1-point 49ers lead, as they get aggressive, trying to seal this championship before it goes to a game 3. Absolutely unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable, for sure, in this game. And the way that plays out, too, is the 49ers have taken the lead. They also now have the ball coming out of the halftime. If they're able to score, you might even consider going for 2 again, the way they've been able to do it. I think, successful well over half the time in this 2 games of this series so far. As looking for 40. Oh, nope. Looking for Jerry Rice again. That one was forced. Annie Fraser was right there. And that is a game-changing play. Great defensive play there by Annie Fraser, closing on that ball. But really an ill-advised pass, as Annie Fraser is again wide open in the back of the end zone. Touchdown Bombers. Curious that there's no 2-point conversion attempt there. Perhaps would have been helpful to go up a full 7 points. But instead, the 49ers can take the lead again with just an extra point if they do score again. As Jerry Rice on the return gets it nearly to the 40-yard line. And now we get to see how Route 66 responds. It was a bad decision on the pass to Jerry Rice there. Looked open, but in too much traffic to make a throw from that far behind the line of scrimmage when the ball was not going to get there quick enough for him to really be as open as he looked. We'll see how the adjustments are here as he looks for Jerry Rice again down the right sideline and finds him. Absolute monster. Touchdown Jerry Rice. 1-play drive once again. Yeah, Jerry Rice. Really pretty OP in this game. There's a lot of really great players in this game. Jerry Rice maybe balanced everything else by the fact that he's slightly slower than a Barry Sanders or a Pablo Sanchez or certainly a Pete Wheeler, those type of players.
Nice hold. Nice
But he just closes on the ball
easy as pie.
as well as anyone, maybe better than anyone, seemingly when you pass to him. That really when he's at wide receiver, it doesn't matter that he's only a 90 speed compared to the 95 or 99 of other players. It's truly special to watch, and Route 66 really utilizing him in the perfect way, getting him open there on that out and up. Now we've just got Jerry Rice on the blitz. Nice pass, knowing that the pressure was coming, finding Reese Worthington there. Open receiver. Lisa is there to wrap it up and prevent a larger gain, but it's a first down. This traditional passing game working out well, and now setting up the trick play. Vicky will run it on this one. 6 yards. Second down. 49ers in this formation with wide receivers being given a lot of space. This time, Billy keeps the ball on that option. First time we've seen that. Usually we've seen the pitch out to Vicky on that play. This time she keeps it and then passes it to Vicky. Ends up only being, I guess a short loss. Billie Jean rolling out. Having trouble finding anyone, but a perfect pass into an unfavorable matchup. Ends up getting a first down. That is a wonderful, wonderful pass. Really top-notch playing right there. Jerry Rice is a faster player than Annie, is a better closer on the ball than Annie, and we have another perfect pass right there. This is really, really high-level execution, finding Reese Worthington in the end zone. And will we see a 2-point conversion attempt here to make it a 7-point game, or will we see another extra point attempt? We do see the 2-point attempt here. Billy rolls left. Vicky bobbles, catches, looking for the corner, doesn't get there. Jerry with the tackle. The lead stays 5. The 49ers will get the ball, I hear, at the start of the fourth quarter, with a chance to go down the field and secure the championship. Looks like they'll be at about 50 seconds by the time Jerry gets this ball. Picks it up in the end zone. Goes back for the touchback. 49 seconds to go. And we'll watch the play selection.
The 49ers will get the ball at the 20.
Jerry Rice and Lisa Crockett both in the backfield. Looking for Lisa Crockett. Well covered. Blocked off by Annie. Nothing doing there. It's good defense there. Identifying the read that Elway was likely to be looking at while rolling to the right. Shutting it down. It's second down. It's a good adjustment. A good recovery there by Vicky to close on Stephanie there. Keep it to a third down. But Stephanie coming wide open off the line of scrimmage. 16 yards. 3rd and 4. John Elway rolls left. Lisa Crockett is open. Lisa Crockett is going down the sideline. Can she outrun Vicky? She can. Killing clock. And it looks like the 49ers are going to try to run out the rest of this clock and then score and not put the game back in the defense's hands. This has been a shootout. There's been a lot of one-play drives, a lot of touchdowns of 50 or more yards. The 49ers do not want to leave that chance, do not want to give the Bombers one more chance with the ball. John wasting time. John throwing. Oh, no! Dangerous pass finds Vicky instead of the intended target of Lisa. And out of nowhere, it's gone from a short touchdown to now the Bombers being able to waste clock. Vicky rolling out right. You don't want to see her getting tackled inbounds here. But 16 seconds are remaining, and that's all. You got to think that the Bombers are going to be able to run that time off of the clock. Just an absolute blunder by the 49ers here. As Annie catches the ball and is going to run all the way to the end zone and seal this one. It looks like Jerry, trying to make the last tackle, gets her down, I guess, at the 6-yard line, but with just 2 seconds left, this ball can be thrown out of bounds and the game is over. What a stunning turn of events we have here. As we have a missed field goal to end the game, but the Bombers steal one at the last second. It was a great defensive play. It was just a poor decision on the pass, though. Stunning finish in Game 2, and we will go to a Game 3. And I apologize, as that may take us past the 7 o'clock Eastern Time hour. But this one could not be decided in just 2 games. That one is going to be a highlight. You gotta wonder how that's going to affect Route 66 in this Game 3. If it's going to affect the confidence of John Elway, that's... absolutely wild turn of events. Well, they've got to regroup. We're into Game 3. We're coming off a game where both offenses were moving the ball well. Both players were making really, really high-level passes. You got to see what adjustments are left to be made in this 3-game series, and you got to make them. You got to see if you can man up on these receivers a little bit better, whether that's Jerry Rice for the 49ers or that's Andy Frazier here for the Bombers, who I believe will be kicking off to start this 3rd game if we're following the same pattern. The 49ers will get the ball right back. We'll be getting an answer right away as to what their mental state is and whether the decision making will suffer as a result of that really heartbreaking loss at the end. A confidence boost really for the Bombers as well. Thinking that game was nearly lost, was not going their way.
It looks like Reese is going to take the kick. Jerry to receive it.
And we have a kickoff. And we're here in Game 3. This one's for the league championship. This is one that both these teams have been playing to try to get into this position this entire season. 1 game to win it all. The 49ers will get the first shot at it. Run up the middle to start it off. Jerry not able to get any space. 2nd and 24. See Vicky coming in for the rush. Not able to get much of anything as Jerry is again wide open. That pass, though, is caught by Lisa as the 2 receivers converge for a first down. And yeah, it does appear that they all are 49ers at this point. The Bombers have switched up their color scheme a little bit. They're, I guess, red and orange against the darker red and gold of the 49ers colors. Hopefully still enough contrast for everybody to tell these 2 teams apart. As that incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Elway rolling left, has Rice, but then doesn't have Rice as Reese comes in for the coverage. It's a good play to block him off there as the ball was released. So it's 3rd and 20. John Elway
Long drop.
looking for Rice again. It's that same out and up route. And that is a great pass. Annie Frazier arrives just too late.
Yard line. It is
First down.
better down.
And that play has been money for the 49ers in this series.
From the 11-yard line.
We'll see what they can do this time. Annie looking to rush the passer here.
Drops back.
Blocks off Lisa, but Jerry is still right there. Reese gets knocked down. Touchdown 49ers. It's Stephanie who comes down with it. Both Stephanie and Jerry were in the vicinity to make that catch. 2 receivers, no defenders. That's always good news when you're releasing the ball, and you can see that in this game. As we'll see the 49ers try to go for 2.
Back to throw.
Good coverage on the defensive end. No pressure, though. Keisha trying to make the play. Keisha throws. Oh, John Elway throws. And we see the same thing that we saw in the first game, where Stephanie breaks through the defense, breaks through the body block at just the right time to pick up the ball.
Starting it off. Vicky back to receive.
Fantastic play.
Lets it drop. Catches it.
And really, that was about to be the first time we really were able to see Keisha make an impact in this game. She's been really silent as far as notable plays. There hasn't been much to talk about yet. And that's bad news when your top player isn't able to make an impact like that. Looking left, we've got a well-designed play there. We've seen that play a couple times. We've not seen that pass back, but Vicky loses the ball. Vicky needs to get out of bounds if she's not going to be able to hold onto the ball like this. Lisa comes away with it. 49ers ball at midfield with an 8-point lead. That was a fantastically designed play.
The 49ers. From the 40.
Defense lost track of Vicky behind the line of scrimmage on that left side as the routes all went flooding to the right side of the field.
That was a good decision to hold on to
But
the
Vicky is just not
or something.
sure enough handed as a ball carrier to be allowing her to get tackled in the open field like that. As Keisha finally makes an impact with a sack, it is a 2nd down and long. That's big news for the Bombers as they try to work their way back into this game.
Hold it to the flat.
Pass, Jerry Rice
John is
laid it out for him just enough for him to get it over the coverage of Keisha Phillips.
5 yards. Brings up
Big
3rd
gain,
down.
but still 3rd and long. Trips right.
Long drop.
John looking. Had Jerry.
Hold it to the
Throws a comeback. Off the helmet, an uncharacteristic drop.
flat. 4th down.
And it's 4th and long. You see those drops sometimes, but from players who usually don't drop the ball. When the pass doesn't hit them in stride, when they have to stop awkwardly, when they have to come back for it and then stop awkwardly, in that case is what happened. As John is looking for Stephanie, well-placed pass, completion, running away with it,
From behind and drags down. Enough.
nearly to the end zone, as the 49ers have the ball at the 1-yard line. That was a 4th down. That was a big play. There was not a big window to make that pass,
On the 49ers. 1 yard.
but it was made. And we've got
Tosses it back to
Jerry Rice running to the end zone.
Touchdown.
And all of a sudden, just like game 1, the 49ers are jumping out to a big early lead. It's another 2-point conversion attempt here.
Back to
John
throw.
looking for
John.
Lisa on the out route.
Got it. The 2-point
Really a crossing route.
is good.
Gets it to her. 2 points.
It looks like Amir is going to take the kick. Vicky to receive it. Lets it drop.
So 33 seconds left
The
for the
ball
Bombers to get into this game.
started.
They get the ball after half. They're down by 16. You gotta think that they're thinking about 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions, and tying it up on their 2 consecutive drives here. Billie Jean looking for Annie again. Annie got an opening. Annie dropping the ball, but Reese recovering it. 21 seconds remaining in the half. Bombers maintain the ball, maintain possession. Just past the 41-yard line.
Starting from the 41-yard line.
We've got a goal line formation. That same play with two flood routes to the right. This time Vicky was covered, but Annie was not. Annie gets to the end zone, and it's a touchdown right before the half, exactly what they needed, exactly when they needed it. As we expect a 2-point conversion try to put them back within 8. Long time picking a play there for the Bombers. Billie Jean rolls left. Billie Jean passes to Vicky. Vicky trying for the angle again. And once again, Jerry makes the tackle. We've seen that exact play in this situation on an earlier 2-point conversion attempt. We saw that exact result. Jerry able to get there fast enough, able to get that tackle, get Vicky on the ground, and this lead will still be 10 going into half, barring any crazy last-second plays here. The ball will go out of the end zone for a touchback on the kickoff. Bombers hoping to avoid a repeat of Game 2, allowing a touchdown on the last play of the first half. Gotta wonder if this is going to be the same play. It's going to be Jerry Rice breaking free as Stephanie cuts in. Same play, it worked, but this time Keisha was back at the last line of defense. She doesn't miss any tackles in this game. Very rare to see it happen. Better planning there by the Bombers defense as they stay within striking distance in this game, down 10, getting the ball. No adjustments at halftime. Both teams are happy with where they're at as Vicky takes it out. It's probably better leaving that for a touchback as she only gets to the 12-yard line. So, the big drive here. Billie rolling right. Billie has 2 options wide open. Chooses Annie. Vicky was open in the flat on the left side, but Annie was open with no one behind her. And she's going to outrun everybody. Another first play of the drive touchdown for Annie Frazier. She's been monstrous in this series, trying to match what Jerry Rice is doing for the 49ers. And now we got another decision. An extra point makes it a 3-point game. Do you go for 2 here and try to chase those points? You do not. Reese Worthington knocks it through. Not the best kick that we've seen from either team thus far today, but it's enough to make this a 3-point game, and all of a sudden, from 16-0, it's now 16-13. Do the 49ers feel any pressure here the way they seem to in Game 2?
The 49ers have it at the 34.
John Elway looking for Jerry. Vicky in the coverage. Perfectly played
Having a tough time throwing those touch passes.
That brings up second down.
as the Bombers take away the number 1 option on the field.
Second and 20.
John, nobody open,
Fires it over to the near side.
and just throws it away.
He just hasn't been able to dial up his receiver.
You gotta wonder if he would have been able to get anywhere on the ground there if he had taken off to the left side, but instead he lives to play another down, and it's 3rd and 20. Fantastic defense there for the Bombers as Keisha drops back. Reese coming on the pressure. Absolutely nothing available
Will be fourth down.
once again, and the Bombers have figured something out on defense.
on their own 34-yard line.
4th down and 20. 49ers playing aggressive. Going for it. Lisa breaks open. Gets covered up, but then Stephanie breaks open, and Stephanie is not going to be caught. The third quarter is coming to a close, and the 49ers are opening up a 2-score lead as they try to seal this championship game. After not capitalizing on their first opportunity in Game 2, they've got a better opportunity here. And after what was a fantastic defensive stand on the first 3 plays, the defense bends, the defense breaks, and the 49ers score once again. John Elway dropping back, trying to fire into the end zone for 2. No one open. John runs. John has the ball knocked away. That is an incomplete pass. The lead is still 9. It's still a 2-possession game.
Amir is going to take the kick. Vicky to receive
We
it.
may see an onside kick at this point. We haven't seen one yet in this series, but it may come to that
Taken down.
as Vicky takes it out of the 23. If the Bombers score, there won't be a lot of time left.
Here come the Bombers from the 23.
Billie Jean rolls left. Nobody in front of her, but Ernie Steele breaks through and knocks her down after just 2 yards.
Second down.
Drops back again. Fires into a crowd. Annie Frazier.
That brings up
It's another gain. It's another positive play. But this drive is going slowly so far. You got to think the 49ers are happy with that so far. Fires. Annie Frazier. Not quite a perfect pass to the previous ones were, but Annie adjusts. Annie makes the catch. Annie gets the touchdown. Adding to a legendary performance in this series. I've lost count of how many touchdowns that is, but it is a lot. It is a 3-point game. Reese will kick an extra point to make it a 2-point game, and Reese will miss the extra point.
Has to be the ball. Be the ball.
Reese has missed an extra point. Reese has missed a field goal in the previous game, and now even if Reese has a chance for another field goal, as the onside kick doesn't go their way, it would only tie and not win the game at this point. It's a big couple of plays there, not getting the onside kick, not getting the extra point there.
45.
But regardless, it's going to come down to this defense. Nearly able to make the play that they needed to on the last play, on the last drive. John, content to drop back and take time off the clock. He could have had Stephanie on the right side on that play,
Second down.
but doesn't fire the ball. I think Route 66 will be happy with that, though, as a lot of time ticked off the clock.
5-yard
The Bombers need to rush a little bit more. They need to maintain that coverage while they do it. This time it's a pass to the right side, dangerous one. Keisha is able to lock down Stephanie, but isn't able to get back off of the ball, off of the block, and make a play for the interception. So it's 3rd down and long.
5-yard line.
Doesn't appear to be any pass rush. John is rolling right. John is running. John is going to get hit and knocked out of bounds at the 36. There's only 9 seconds left, but it's 4th down.
That was a good play by Keisha to get him out of bounds.
Can the Bombers get the ball back?
It's a 4th down.
Can the 49ers run off the rest of the time on this clock and seal the championship? This is for, once again, the entire season has been leading up to this. John Elway passing right side. Jerry Rice into the end zone. Game, series, championship. 49ers are going to take this one. The Highland League belongs this season to Route 66. It came down to it. It was a 3-point game down to the last seconds, but it was fantastic execution in the passing game for Jerry Rice and John Elway all the season long, all playoffs long. And as Amir knocks through the extra point, it's going to be a 29-19 victory for the 49ers.
Nice kick. Easy as pie.
And out of nowhere, from the 4th seed, from a losing record in the regular season, the 49ers have come back. A 2-0 sweep in the first game of the series.
Stuck their mitts in there and tried the ball
and a 2-1 victory here in the championship as Route 66 takes the Highland League. There you have it, folks. It was a fantastic series. It was a very competitive set of games. Heartbreaking game 2 for the 49ers, but they're able to overcome it. They're able to finish with the series on the line, with the season on the line. Congratulations to Route 66 on a championship. Congratulations to Whiffspree on a fantastic season. Congratulations to all the participants in a fantastic Highland League season. I'm stunned. That was fantastic football all around. Thank you all for joining us here on Backyard Sports Center. We're as DLW is saying in chat, it is now time for some baseball as the tournament is about to be beginning for the off-season tournament. So, without further ado, I'll be signing off for now. Congratulations once again to Route 66. Thank you all for joining us. Have a good night.